Bwah. 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 Hello. Hello. Greetings. Hi. Hello. Greetings. Salutations. What other ones are there? Ohio. I can't remember anything else right now. Anyways, welcome to the kittycorn stream where the kittycorn does kittycorn things. I am your host, Dora Solanas, and today we are doing just chatting. That's right, we're going to be focusing on the chat. Yeah. Yesterday we played Hades for like 4 hours, something like that. 4.5 hours. I don't remember. It was fun though. Had a lot of fun playing Hades. Yeah. I think I did pretty well for my first time playing it. Yeah. My second run, I got to Elysium and fought Minos. Oh yeah, I think I did pretty well. Yeah. Unsurprisingly, not a lot has happened in between that stream and this one. What have I even done? Not much, honestly. When I woke up this morning, Leshin was streaming. Like, he was still streaming from like the night before, right? Because he started like a midnight stream or something, right? And then like he just like kept streaming. And then like next thing I know, he's been streaming for like 7-8 hours. I think I started watching his stream around like 4 or 5 hours in. Cause like I looked in my Hubi Live channel and I'm like, oh hey, Leshin streamed before. And then I look over and I see, oh, Leshin's still streaming. Oh, okay. So then I went and harassed him for a good bit. It was fun. But then after I ate, I started getting drowsy. Yeah. I guess I just had too much comf. Anyways, Lucy, Estrella, how are you both doing? You heckin' beautiful cutie blockas. Yeah. You're both amazing, and I also forgot to run an ad, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Get got! Ah! I just clicked the ad button. I need to like remember to do these again. Because I keep forgetting. Lucy is comf. I probably just fixed that. Because like reasons and stuff. Anyways. Yeah. Man. I must say I've kept watching the Nags's reacting and laughing to VTuber clips series thingy he does. I guess it's technically a series because he does it like every week or something. Man, I'm learning so much about VTubers. It's great. It's great. Yeah. Learning all these different VTubers. Yeah. Very funny. Funny. Yeah. What else to talk about? You know what I'm gonna do? There's the Lucy comment. There's the Asti comment. Shout out to friends. Oh, you know who else I should shout out just while we're here? I don't think I have a Zai command, so I'll just do shout out for Zai Dino. She's super heckin' poggers and it's her birthday. Well, technically, I think yesterday was her birthday. I'm not sure the actual day of her birthday, but she's doing a 48-hour stream currently at this very moment, and she's like a day in. Well, that's pretty poggers, if you ask me. I know that no one actually asked me, but... Lucy?
Whoops, my finger slipped.
How heckin' dare you? How dare you, Lucy? Why are you wasting your money? Stop wasting your money. Stop that. Get some help. But thank you. I appreciate your 12 months. That's an entire year. Why have you been here for a year? Are you okay? Should I send help? Do you need help? Blink twice if you need help. Holy crap. Jeez. You are amazing. No, I'm Aura. I'm Aura. I'm Aura. Aura. I'm Aura. Jeez. How dare you? Oh, yesterday morning I had a lot of fun watching Lucy stream. Yeah, she was doing that new Honkai Star Rail thing or whatever. It looked like it would have been better if it just wasn't a gacha game. Like, they had a good story going. They had like these interesting characters. And like, it looked cool. It looked fun even. But it's a gacha game. Like, bruh. It looked like it shouldn't be a gacha game. I know that gacha makes money, yeah. But, like, gacha is also exploiting people. It's literally exploiting people's weaknesses. There's a lot of people with obsessive personalities that literally cannot help themselves. And that's something I definitely can't agree on. That's why I don't play gacha games. I just can't. I just can't. Because there's always that temptation. I just can't do it. The only gacha game that I ever really got into was Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. And like, I was always so tempted to spend money on that fucking game. I was doing the dailies every single day, and I just had to stop. I just had to stop. I was obsessing over it way too much. I'm pretty sure the only reason I didn't actually spend money on it is because I didn't have money to spend. If it were nowadays, when I actually have like even a little bit of money, there's a very high probability that I would end up spending it on that sort of thing. I try to stay responsible with how I spend money and spend very frugally and very infrequently, but it's hard, man. It's really hard. I am also now playing the game, not for the characters, just for the random bits of dialogue. Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, that's sort of, it was sort of like a traditional RPG type of, gameplay. Kind of. It was like kind of in the middle, really. It's like that mix between traditional and new RPG style. Because, like, the whole system thing where, like, the enemy has a shield and you can break the shield and, like, I think it, like, might lower their acting in the turn. Like, make them miss a turn or something. Probably the first time I can think of seeing that was in what's it called? What was the game called? Hold on, I need to scroll down my list of games that I have installed. Octopath Traveler. They really exploited that sort of system. Octopath Traveler is one of the newer RPGs that have that sort of mechanic. I say newer, but like, I mean like how do I put it? It follows the traditional RPG sort of gameplay, right? But it has its own shtick that you can use, right? Which is that system where you just like hit stuff, break its shields, they lose their turn, you exploit the weakness and all that. And that's pretty cool. The problem with that, though, is that it gets very tedious. It gets incredibly tedious after a while. I guess on the bright side with Honkai Star Rails or whatever, is that what it's actually called? Is it Star Rails? Did I remember that correctly? I think I might have. With that game, probably the good thing about that is okay, yeah, Star Rail. Probably the good thing I saw about that is that the encounters that you do, the monsters, the mobs, they don't respawn. Those are the only encounters you have when you're in that area. I don't know if that changes later on or whatever, but I guess that's the reason why they made it a gacha game. Because normally you'd be able to just like grind an area and level up, right? But in that, you don't really grind like at all. It's almost like I don't know. Formidable foes don't respawn, regular mobs do? Oh. Okay, so you can still grind, just not very easily. I mean, that was pretty much obvious by the fact that like you level up very infrequently and like the levels start costing more and more. Another problem I have with gacha games is like the level cap. Like you have to raise the star level or whatever of a character and make them stronger through like some sort of fusion or synthesis or some bullshit and increase their level cap. And that's something I always hated. Like in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, I think it's like 1-star characters had a level cap of 20, 2-star was 30, 3-star was 40, 5-star 50, and so on and so forth. And the more stars, the more powerful, right? And like, it ended up really annoying. It got to the point where if you didn't have the newest, most powerful character, or characters, plural, then you're probably fucked. Like, just no point in playing. Because, like, the main story missions, they do get harder. They get a lot harder. Like, significantly harder. And then, like, the events stuff for, like, seasonal stuff, like Halloween and all that, and Easter and Valentine's Day, all those had, like, special events. And if you didn't have, like, max level, highest star, best characters, good fucking luck. Because you weren't going to get all the best stuff. And that leads to FOMO, fear of missing out. That makes you want to spend money to get all the cool stuff. And that is a horrible way of doing business. I hate that. because all it does is breed frustration for anyone that doesn't have the money to throw at it. And that's so sad. It's so sad and frustrating and horrible. I just wish that they could just, you know, make a good game. Make a good game. That's it. Just make a good game. People will pay money for a good game. Just do that. Even if you have to, like, reuse assets, just make a good game. You don't have to make everything 100% original to make a good game. Look at how well RPG Maker games do. Yes, those are still a thing. Those are still a thing. There's RPG Maker games that go up to like $30. And then you look at the reviews, overwhelmingly positive. It's almost like people really love those games. It's almost like you don't need to have like a huge budget to make a really good fucking game. Wow, who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? Oh my god. Ugh. I'm not usually this, like, mean and angry, okay? I'm not usually like this. I try to be, like, nice and stuff, but sometimes you just gotta vent, right? Delicious iced coffee. Yum, 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 yum. Ah. Right. Anyways, what else can we talk about? What else? Oh, in recent news, Bethesda, I just heard about this, like, earlier. Bethesda, in their infinite wisdom in trying to, like, prevent any information about Redfall getting out, they ended up doing, like, a takedown of their own, like, Twitter account for Redfall. So, like, they saw the image of one of their promotional things, like a banner, right? And Bethesda's automated services sent out a claim for that banner, even though it's their own fucking account. Bethesda. The amount of incompetence is staggering. My goodness. My goodness. We all know that Redfall's not going to be good. It was never looking good in the first place. Single player game that's always online and, like, has all of these reported performance issues, like, before even coming out. Like, they even said that the game is locked at 30 FPS, and then later on they're going to release a patch that allows 60 FPS. Like, are you fucking serious? Bruh. That's just scummy. That's bad game design. If your game normally runs 60 FPS and then you patch it to only run 30, one, that is awful. Two, fuck you. Oh my god. Oh, that reminds me of, like, there's a not too long back, I say, as it was probably within, like, the past 5 years. For me, that's not too long back. There was this Pokemon game. I think it was one of the remakes. And, it ran better on emulators than the actual Switch. Like, on Switch, it only reached, like, 30 FPS. But on emulators, it reached 60 FPS. And, like, how is it that these companies continually just, like, shit on games and make them actively worse? Like, What? It's no wonder Nintendo doesn't like emulation, because emulation is the reason why people can have a better experience. Like, holy crap. Oh my god. Oh my god. I need to find other things to talk about. What is there even to talk about? I don't know what to talk about. Oh my god. Meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow. Yeah. Now you know. Let's see. Later today, I've got to watch some One Piece. It's gonna be nice. In our Discord server, we do One Piece every week. And we do like, I think 8 or 9 episodes per week. And then, like... So the reason we've been doing this is because we've got some friends that haven't watched it before, and we want to spread the joy that is One Piece. Right? Yes. We're at, let's see, what episode are we at? We're going to be continuing with episode 509 later. So we're not even halfway caught up with the anime. So, yeah. What else? But yeah, that's later at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That's in 4.5 hours from the current time of which I am talking. That means like probably half an hour before that is when I'll end stream. So another 3 hours. We'll see. I might end the stream earlier than that simply because I have a dearth of content and can only talk for so long. For those of you that don't know English very well, dearth means I don't have a lot of that specific thing, in this case, knowledge. Yeah. Blah blah blah. Blah blah. Blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah. Interesting. Yes, you are. You are very interesting, Lucy. You are very interesting. Very interesting and very cute and very poggers. And I would totes snuggle you for like ever. That would be nice. Yeah. Blah 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 blah. I think I need to drink some more coffee. Taste it. Yum. Yum. Big yum. Right, let's see. What else can I talk about? Man, I thought I was getting better with like just filling the silence, right? With like just talking about whatever, right? Thought I was getting better at that. Apparently not, because I'm like frantically searching for things to talk about, and I don't really have much. I don't really have much. Maybe I should just switch to videos now. It has been half an hour. It's probably a good time to do videos. Alright, we could do videos. I tried making lo-fi music. I failed. Lucy, all you need to do to make music is speak. Because your voice is a symphony of beautiful. Shh. Shush me yourself, Lulu. Heckin' adorable Bwah. Oh, looks like I still have some stuff on my watch later list. We could start with that. Smooch. I have been blessed. I have been blessed. Oh my god. Hey, Lucy, come here. Hey. Mwah. Take that. Heckin' adorable cutie face. Ah, there's the blushes. Here's the blushes. Aw, she's so cute. Aw, you adorable little Lulu. Alright, let's do the thing. This is the thing where I do videos. Oh, that's not the right button. But that didn't help. Dip it. That way. That's too high. One of these days, I'll just like get it first try. It's probably gonna be a while though. I feel like I'm a bit too high. Is that about right? Yeah, it looks about right. Yeah. Turn a little more this way. Hop. I need to figure out how people like have hotkeys where they just like save positions in VC Face. One of these days I will learn how to do that, and it will be glorious because then I'll just like go to another scene and it'll just like automatically do it, and that'll be heckin' poggers, and all will be well, all will be right in the world. Anyways, oh, I should pause the lo-fi. Alright, anyways, is the Avengers cookbook any good? Let's find out.
Yo soy inevitable.
Whoa.
Yo soy me so hungry.
Nice.
I really hope you've seen that Thanos Mexican restaurant ad, otherwise none of this is gonna make
Dante,
any
call
sense.
me Aura.
Apologies for the twerking, but let me make it up to you by talking about Avengers Campus, the official cookbook.
How you doing, Dante?
Avengers Campus, the official cookbook by Jennifer Fujikawa and Mark Sumerak, warps us to the Marvel Universe to see the research of Ant-Man's
like
daughter, Cassie Lang, as she tries to solve
read
world
my
hunger
name.
with science and technology. This cookbook is a collection of her research findings as she experiments with food using Pym particles, which is the stuff that allows Ant-Man to shrink or grow. Which is pretty smart, because if we can just enlarge all food, then surely we'd have enough food for everyone, right?
Oh,
I'm pretty excited to dig into this cookbook. I know Quantumania isn't getting good reviews, but I can't wait to see it anyway since I really like the previous Ant-Man movies, especially the first one.
Yeah.
Plus, my recent obsession has been Marvel Snap, so I'm really in the Marvel mood at the moment.
Fun fact,
in this cookbook, you'll find a lot of recipes that play around with
good.
the idea of size and scale. You might see a pasta dish with an over-the-top
Always a
giant
fan of
meatball, or
dumplings.
maybe a peach pie that's been shrunken down to bite-sized pieces.
Are you been alright?
So it's
I've been
very
alright,
clear
I've been
that
alright.
Ant-Man and his
Can't
powers
complain.
are front and center in this cookbook, but there are also a lot of recipes that make reference to other Avengers and Marvel characters and locales. In terms of artwork,
Nice.
there are a few sketches scattered throughout the
heckin'
book, but
neat.
it's not a lot. The images are drawn in comic book style, and there are no direct visual or narrative references to the main MCU universe.
Shawarma.
So
I
it's
had
best to
shawarma
think of
for
this
the
cookbook
first
as coming
time,
from one
like
of
within the
infinite
past month or
multiverse
two.
variants. I do wish there
pretty
were
good.
more illustrations though. After all, it is based on a comic book IP and there are so many images from the comics they could have pulled from. There might not be a lot of drawings, but the food photos are where this cookbook really shines. All of the food look fun and playful, and I love the way some of those giant-sized food look. There are a lot of visual references to Marvel characters, and no expense was spared on the plating and background decorative elements to
Step on
make
a
it
tile
look
shard.
like the
Ooh,
food came straight out
fucking
of
yikes.
Ant-Man's lab. Which makes perfect
sure you
sense
stay off
because
it.
some of these recipes are actually available in the real-world Avengers campus found in the Disney parks. In fact, the cookbook
I hope it
photos are the
heals up
same exact
super
photos
nicely.
used in the menus and promotional materials, so of course they shelled out the big bucks to make them look super nice. But I don't have the money for a luxury stay at Disney, so I'll
Dimensional
be
Traveler
making them in my
Alicorn,
own
hello.
home. Let's take a
How
look
are
at
you?
3 dishes from the Avengers campus cookbook. Iron Man may have started the MCU, but
Need to
Pepper
adjust the
Potts will
layering.
be the one starting us off as we tackle her recipe for jackfruit tostadas. This is Pepper Potts arc reactor discs. First, we start off by draining and rinsing 2 cans of young green jackfruit. I've never used jackfruit as a chicken replacement before, so I'm very curious to see how this is going to turn out. You can already see how the jackfruit's stringiness kind of resembles the texture of chicken, so it's a very smart visual substitute. Squeeze out the liquid and cut the jackfruit into smaller pieces and take out any parts of the core. Now heat up 1 tablespoon of olive oil in a skillet over medium-high heat and fry up 1 minced up chipotle and adobo sauce with 4 cloves of minced garlic.
Got it patched and
Cook these
clean,
up
that's
for
good.
2 to 3 minutes. Then add in the jackfruit along with 1/3 cup of orange juice, 2 tablespoons of lime juice, 2 teaspoons of liquid smoke, 2 teaspoons of chili powder, 2 teaspoons of cumin, 2 teaspoons of oregano, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of paprika, a teaspoon of kosher salt, and half a
lot of
teaspoon of
teaspoons.
black pepper. Cook these for about 10 minutes until the jackfruit is soft and the
You
liquid
know, I've
has
never
been
actually
cooked
had
away.
jackfruit.
Look at this.
I hear
This
that it's really
actually
good,
does
but
look like chicken. I'm actually pretty
again, I've
blown
never
away by
had
this.
it.
I feel like I learned a cooking hack. Then
Yes, I'm
toss
pretty
in
sure I
a
haven't.
1/4 cup of any salsa of your choosing. Take your jackfruit and spread them over
Any
a parchment
salsa.
paper-lined baking sheet and pop these in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. When the jackfruit is
Okay.
cooked, it's time to assemble.
Even if I get injured, I
Start
heal
with a
quickly.
corn
That's
tostada,
good.
spread some refried beans over it, then the seasoned jackfruit, spoon over some guacamole and some salsa, sliced iceberg lettuce, add some
never really
sliced red
healed
onions,
all that
and the
quickly.
cookbook suggested a sprinkling of queso fresco,
It's
but I
fine,
couldn't
though.
find any, so I used some crumbled feta as a substitute. Drizzle some crema on top.
Oh.
If these tostadas taste as good as they look,
I don't know why,
I'm sure
but that
Pepper
looks
Potts
burnt.
arc reactor discs would
It's not
be
actually
near and dear
burnt.
to
It just
Tony
kind of
Stark's
looks
heart.
kind of burnt.
Next up, we can't do Avengers food without trying some of the stuff they were pigging out on in that iconic post-credit scene, so we're having New York's tastiest shawarma.
Nice.
We all know that shawarma is all about the meat, so let's start with that. In a bowl, mix together 3/4 cup of lemon juice, 1/3 cup of vegetable oil, 5 cloves of minced garlic, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt,
Love that scene,
a
yeah.
teaspoon of cardamom, a teaspoon of coriander, a teaspoon of cumin, a teaspoon of smoked paprika, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Once thoroughly combined, transfer this mixture into a sealable bag
Whoa.
and add to that a pound of diced, boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Rub all the seasoning into the chicken and let this marinate in your fridge overnight. Now for the garlic sauce. In a blender, combine a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, a 1/4 cup of water, 2 teaspoons of lemon juice, 6 garlic cloves, and a 1/4
Yes.
teaspoon of kosher salt.
Yes,
While
please.
it's blending, slowly add in another 1/4 cup of vegetable oil until
Nice.
well emulsified. I think we're looking for a creamy consistency, but I think I added my oil way too fast, so mine didn't get pasty and remained runny. Not gonna let it go to waste though. Hopefully your garlic sauce turns
Nice.
out better and put it in the fridge until you're ready to use it. After the chicken is done marinating, let's cook it by placing it on a baking sheet lined with foil and cook this in the oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. To assemble the shawarma, start with a piece of naan bread
Shawarma?
and spread some of the garlic sauce on it. Again, I'm sure your garlic sauce will turn out a lot nicer than mine. Top it up with some chicken and roll it up with foil. Super simple shawarma to take on the go.
Shawarma.
Now we shrink things down to a subatomic level to take a closer look at these molecular mochi munchies.
Oh.
Are these chewy little donuts examples of what Pim particles look like? First, let's put
Pim
together the cinnamon
particles.
sugar coating by
Nice.
mixing up half a cup of granulated sugar with a tablespoon of cinnamon and set this aside for later. For the batter, place in a large bowl 2 cups of mochico flour, 3/4 cup of granulated sugar, 2 tablespoons of baking powder, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. Then create a well in the middle and add in the wet ingredients. 1 cup of whole milk,
Whoa.
1 large egg, and
Ever
a
had a
teaspoon of
gyro
vanilla
before?
extract.
Yeah,
Mix
yeah,
it all
yeah.
together until it's all well
good stuff.
combined. Now in a Dutch oven, heat up about a quart of vegetable oil until it's about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. When it gets to that, drop in about a tablespoon of the batter in it and cook it for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side until golden brown. My first try did not look spherical at all, but eventually I got the hang of it after I developed this particular 2-spoon technique, kind of like a canal but not parallel and more perpendicular. I can do this all day. After you're done crisscross spooning the batter,
wouldn't it be better to just like use an ice cream scoop?
It also helps to roll it around while you're frying. I find that it helps ball it up even further. After frying, let them drain on a wire rack, and then while the donuts are still hot, toss them in that cinnamon sugar mixture and eat them immediately.
Sauce comes
because
that
I'm
comes
feeling
with
a
it
bit
is
extra,
so good and refreshing.
on my
Yeah.
non-existent chemistry knowledge to shape the donuts as if I'm building some sort of molecular structure, and here it is, a towering display of some molecular mochi munchies. Eat your heart out, Tony Stark. I'm eating one of your reactor disc tostadas. On first bite, I'm already really liking this. Great combination of flavors and texture. Now, although the jackfruit looks like chicken, it definitely doesn't taste like it. It's definitely a lot softer in texture and pretty tart in flavor. But you know what? It doesn't really matter in a dish like this because it's accompanied by so many other layers of flavors, so it doesn't have to be the star of the show. If you want a bit more meatiness, you can always replace this with some chicken or shredded barbacoa or any meat of your choice and it'll be awesome. All the toppings though are perfectly harmonious. We did it, Mr. Stark. Okay, let's try these shawarmas. Are these actually New York's tastiest? Yeah, I doubt it. It's pretty meh, to be honest. It just doesn't have the same oomph
that's a shame.
as store-bought shawarma. The real issue is the meat. It's just not as smoky and juicy as shawarma meat freshly cut from the spit. But hey, it's homemade, so I get that it would be hard to replicate that. I probably would have just pan-fried it on my skillet to get some char though, instead of cooking it in the oven. If I got the garlic sauce right, this would be better, but I still would like some more toppings. Again, for homemade, I guess it's alright, but if this is what the Avengers got,
or are we
no
stealing
wonder everyone
shawarmas?
looked like this during that scene. Finally, let's munch on these mochi munchies. These are the ones I've been highly anticipating since I love mochi, and you know what? They are delicious. That extra gumminess from the mochi gives it such a nice bite, and it pairs perfectly with that crispy exterior. It's so warm and comforting when served hot with that cinnamon sugar coating. Super easy to make, and I can definitely see myself making this again and again in the future. This recipe is a keeper. Final verdict for the Avengers Campus Cookbook.
This
does put a smile on my face.
Nice. Hey, what's up? Today I'm going to show you guys two delicious ways to make spring rolls at home. The first one is herbal, fresh, and light, while the second one is a bit more craveable, crunchier,
spring rolls and egg rolls.
Deep fried.
I fucking love them.
First up is my variation on the fresher Vietnamese style spring roll. To get started, I'll need 2 medium saucepans filled with water, and I'll just drop them on the stove over high heat. And once I've got some boiling water here into the first one, I'll add a lot of salt. Let's call it about a half cup, maybe 100 grams. Then in goes 1 pound of large shell-on shrimp. From there, I'll kill the heat and set a timer for 4 minutes. This water is at about 175 F, and that's going to cook the shrimp a lot more gently than if it were up at a boil. This is called poaching. Also, the specific type of shrimp that I'm using is a 12 to 15 count easy peel black tiger variety. Easy to peel just means that they're sliced open and deveined along the backside, but the shell is still on. Easy peels are great for poached shrimp because the shell provides the shrimp meat with a protective barrier so it doesn't get rubbery or dry out, but the shell is still open enough in the back to let some of the salty water in to season the flesh. And after 4 minutes, I'll move these shrimp over to a plate to drain them off, and then I'll move them over to my fridge to cool them off. Next, over at pot of water, I've got a hard simmer going, so I'll kill the heat and then add in about half of the salt as I did before. About 50 grams worth for this 3 quarts of water. Then in goes 110 grams of rice vermicelli noodles. Any standard issue Asian variety of vermicelli would work fine here. I'm using Thai vermicelli because I've been cooking a lot of Thai food at home lately, but anything that's about this thickness will do. And after 4 minutes,
I don't think I've had much Thai food.
Boiling water,
I'd like to have some more.
And drain them off. From there, I'll give them a quick rinse with cold water to take the heat off of them so they don't turn into a mushy brick of starch. Then I'll come back with some scissors and chop these noodles down so that they don't get clumped up once they're in the roll. Finally, I'll set these up on some paper towel to drain them off, and there we go. rice noodles for spring
Okay.
rolls. Next, let's prep the raw, fresh veggies. First up is some quick pickled shredded carrot. For that, I'll grab a chunky carrot
Pickled
and
how?
my julienne peeler and shred the carrot down into 180 grams worth of thin julienne style strips that are about 2 to 3 inches long. Next, into
Okay.
that bowl, I'll add 10 grams of salt, 20 grams of sugar, and 20 grams of rice vinegar. From there, it's just a quick toss to get things coated, and then
okay.
5 to 10 minutes of hang time to let the carrots wilt a little bit and absorb
That's
some
fair
of the
enough.
salty, sweet, sour pickle brine. These carrots are tender
All right.
but still crunchy and bring some much needed acidity and brightness to these spring
Nom,
rolls.
nom, nom,
This
nom,
was
nom.
actually Lauren's idea, and it's beautiful. I really love it. Next, some cabbage. Specifically, I've got a quarter head of
Cabbage.
purple cabbage here, and I'm going to shred it very thinly with my mandolin. You could chop this one with a knife if you're mandolin-less, but raw cabbage is pretty frickin' fibrous and punishing to eat if you don't get it thin enough. So just
Mandolin,
keep that in
also
mind.
known
Next up
as
is red
finger
bell pepper.
destroyer.
For that, I like to slice off the sides in a way that leaves as much of the white watery rib stuck to the core as possible. From there, I'll just julienne these slabs of pepper into thin strips. Since bell peppers are much
I love me
juicier
some
and more
peppers.
tender than cabbage,
Hell
you can get away
yeah.
with these being a lot thicker. The last veggie that we're going to prep is cucumber. For that, I'll lop off the butts of a small cuke. I'll cut
The
it into
booties.
quarters, then I'll zip out the seeds, and then julienne it into pieces that are close to the bell pepper thickness. Again, these are awesome raw, and thicker is going to be a little bit better. And once I've got a colorful platter of thin
Hear that?
sliced
He said it
veggies here,
himself,
it's time to
thicker is
talk about
better.
the herbs for these spring rolls. For that, I've got some fresh basil here. The bigger the leaves, the better. I've got some fresh mint because it wouldn't be Vietnamese food without mint. And then, of course, the best of the soft herbs, fresh cilantro. The last little bit of prep here, though, is going to be to make a quick no-cook dipping sauce for these rolls. So for that, I'll combine 100
Okay.
grams of hoisin sauce, 30 grams of peanut butter, 3 to 5 grams of grated garlic, 3 to 5 grams of grated ginger, 30 grams of rice vinegar, 5 grams of sesame oil, and then 30 grams of water. I'll give that a quick whisk to get the peanut butter fully mixed into the hoisin, and
Okay.
we're good to go. This sauce is sweet, salty, and has the warmth of roasted peanuts going on. It's going to be perfect for fresh raw veggies. Now,
Fair
to build
enough.
this spring roll, I'll grab one 9-inch piece of spring roll rice paper and soften it by soaking it in room temperature water for 5 seconds. The rice paper will be slightly less pliable than you think. It's going to soften as it sits, and too much water will make it impossible to roll properly. Next, I'll drop this onto a plate, not a cutting board because I've had some sticking issues there. Then I'll drop on 5 to 6 pieces of my poached shrimp. To prep these for the roll, I just remove the shell that we used to
Right.
protect them during the poaching, and then slice them horizontally crosswise to get them as flat as possible. I'll use 2 shrimp per roll and lay them next to each other to make a flat layer that will sit in the roll cleanly like this. Behind the shrimp comes 3 to 4 pieces of cucumber, then 3 to 4 pieces of red bell pepper. I'll top those with some shredded red cabbage, making sure everything is tight and tidy as I go. Then on top of the cabbage, I'll drop a grip of pickled carrots, then some of my cooked noodles. Next is herbs. First down is cilantro, then fresh mint, and then some large leaves of fresh basil. I'll press all that down to make sure
Okay.
things are staying together. Then lastly, I'll drop an outer leaf of green leaf lettuce to help contain everything inside the roll and provide some additional fresh crunch. To roll this, I'll grab the outer edge of the paper and roll it over the tight pile of veggies and shrimp. From there, it's just a matter of carefully holding everything together in a unit while trying to roll the skin as tightly as possible around it. And once I've got a full revolution and the rice paper is touching itself on the other side of the pile, I'll tuck in both sides carefully to seal the ends and then continue to roll this as tight as I can. I will say that pretty much no matter what, rolling these properly is going to take you a few tries to learn, so don't get frustrated and just give it some practice. Now, to ensure an even tighter
almost like
spring
he's
roll, I
rolling
like
it
to
in
add an
plastic,
unorthodox
but it's rice
second
paper.
spring roll wrapper. For this second skin, I want it to be slightly more pliable, so I'll soak it for 10 seconds instead of 5. Then I'll grab my roll from before and throw it in the middle and repeat the same moves to get it as tight as I can. Now that everything is tucked neatly inside of the first paper, you can really put some extra force and pressure on this to make it as tight as humanly possible. If it's not tight, everything will just fall out when you take a bite and you'll be bumming. And once I'm all rolled up and tucked up for the second time, we've got a beautiful, tidy spring roll. We've got a wide variety of textures, flavors, colors, and aromas going on. And when you combine it with a deeply flavorful peanut hoisin sauce, you're going to be stoked. The shrimp are plump, they're sweet, they're tender, the carrots inside bring some nice acid, and the combination of cilantro, basil, and mint perfume this entire thing with an unmatched freshness. It's super craveable and very good for you. It's a great summertime snack or a meal, and I hope you try it soon. Next up is the deep fried version of a spring roll. It's a textbook crowd pleaser, and my version has a few moves that make it pretty special. But first, let me quickly thank Seed for sponsoring this video.
No!
Little probiotics are created.
I don't care about your sponsor.
Code 5 grams of the same rice vermicelli that I used in the first recipe, and then I'll cover with water to soak and rehydrate for 20 minutes. For now, I'll set those aside to do just that, and then grab a non-stick pan and drop it on the stove over medium-high heat. Once it's hot, in goes a long squeezer of oil. I'm using olive, but peanut would be more appropriate. Then in goes 100 grams of small diced mushrooms, a strong pinch of salt, and then I'll jump in and stir to combine. The mushrooms that I'm using here are shiitake, but of course button or cremini would also be fine, just slightly less flavorful. And now I'm going to saute these mushrooms over medium-high heat until they've lost their water and are softened. That'll take about 10 minutes. And once I've got some nice browning going on and the mushrooms are looking tasty and softened like this, I'll move them over to a medium bowl to cool down while I prep everything else.
Fun fact, the closest you can get to eating flesh in veggies is mushrooms. It's like the same sort of consistency, I guess. Just thought you should know.
For now, the mushrooms go into the corner with the noodles. Then I'll grab my food processor and into the jar of that combine 225 grams or a half pound of shrimp. These are generic 2630 peeled and deveined shrimp, by the way. Then in goes 225 grams of pork, and then the lid goes on, and I'll spin these two meats together until the shrimp is broken down most of the way and the two are well combined. That'll take 20 seconds or so. As you can see, these meats are pretty well chopped, but they're not a paste. If they go too far, they'll be kind of hot doggy inside of the spring roll, and it'll have a snap that's kind of unpleasant. Next, my dual meat clod will go into my mushroom bowl. Then I'll add 30 grams of soy sauce, 50 grams of oyster sauce. Yes, it is made from oysters, which seems insane, but it's delicious and not fishy at all. Then in goes 5 grams of grated garlic, 1 large egg, 10 grams of chopped cilantro, and then 50 grams of thinly sliced scallion bottoms, like the whiter end, and 50 grams of shredded carrot.
He's adding
just
chat
hit these on the julienne peeler like I did in the first recipe. From there, I'll grab my bowl of rice noodles and drain off the soaking liquid.
Chat's
To make them easier to incorporate into the meat, I'll cut them 3 to 4 times with scissors, just like I did for round 1. In goes my rice noodles. They should be tender but still dry. They're going to soak up a bunch of the moisture from the rest of the mix as we go.
Thank you very much.
With some gloved hands and mix everything to combine. Or if you don't mind riding dirty, just go barehanded here. I wear gloves to try and keep sticky foods like meat off of my camera gear. Unsuccessfully most of the time. And once this is all mixed together, it should look like a mess, basically, but an evenly combined one. Now, before we roll this up, I'm going to quickly bust out a sweet chili dipping sauce to have ready once these come out of the fryer. For that, into a small saucepan, I'll combine 100 grams of water, 5 grams of grated garlic, 5 grams of grated ginger, 25 grams of fish sauce, 50 grams of rice vinegar, 65 grams of sugar, and 25 grams of sambal chili sauce. Next, I'll move this pot over to the stove and bring it up to a hard simmer. Oh, and I forgot a crucial ingredient to any
chili oil is so amazing.
A little ketchup. About 15 grams should do. This is going to bring some redness and a little syrupy sweet tomato flavor. Next, I'll just cook this down until the liquid is reduced by about half. That'll take about 5 minutes or so. And once the bubbles are starting to get medium large sized like this, I'll add in 2 tablespoons of a thin cornstarch slurry. That's just 5 grams of cornstarch that I stirred into 25 grams of water. Now a quick stir to get that slurry mixed in, and instantly this is going to start to thicken into a syrupy sauce. Once the sauce can leave a little trail when I scoop my spatula through it, I'll call it thick enough. You guys, this sauce is so much nicer than the bottled stuff that you can buy at the store.
I bet.
That stuff is mainly corn syrup and chili flakes. This version, on the other hand, is aromatic, tart, salty, sweet, and a little bit funky from the fish sauce. Now, let's get to the rolls. For that, I'll drop a medium to large saucepan on the stove and then fill it with 2 quarts of neutral high smoke point oil. Also, make sure that the handle is not sticking out over the side. That needs to be over the stove part so you don't bump it with your body and spill oil on your body. Now, while that oil preheats, let's roll the rolls. For that, I've got some spring roll pastry here. Like phyllo dough,
this is how he rolls.
Pastry is not really the type of thing you make yourself. I mean, you can, but the reward for doing so is not high, and the process is quite tricky. These particular sheets were like $4 at the international grocery store and will keep well in the freezer for many months. Now, I'll lay one of these sheets down in a diamond configuration, then drop about 75 grams worth of filling into one of the corners. Then I'll grab the bottom and flip it over that filling, then press down to make sure the pastry is tightly covering everything. I'll pinch at the sides to do this as well, and then use my finger and the side of my hands to trap the filling even more. From there, I'll fold over one side, than the other.
Oh.
Now it looks kind of like
So
an envelope,
that's
and
the
then I'll roll the
technique.
whole thing as tightly as I can. If the filling is too loose inside, the roll can puff when it fries, and that can lead to an exploded spring roll.
see.
It's unlikely, but it's best to try and avoid it. And once I get to the end here,
Oh.
I'll leave a few inches and then come back with a loose cornstarch slurry and brush some on to help create a tight seal. I'll roll that up, press it down, roll it a little more, and that's how you create a tidy little spring roll. And once I've got all 12 of these little BBs rolled up, I'll drop them in my preheated pot of 350 F oil. When I drop them in, I am making sure to do that away from me so that they don't splash. And once they're all in, I'll set a timer for 5 minutes.
Technique.
After the first minute or so, I'll come back with my spider to rotate everything. The side that's facing down tends
Yeah,
to
get
get browned out a
rotated.
lot faster because, you know, it's touching a very hot pan. So I'll spin these like hot dogs to make sure the browning is happening at a more even rate. And after 5 to 6 minutes of fry time at 350 F, these little beauties are looking lightly golden brown and are feeling quite firm. So I'll lift
Learning
them
how
out
to
of the
make
oil
snack?
and move them over to a wire rack to
Yeah.
drain and cool down.
Oh, it
One
does
thing
look
to keep in mind
tasty.
here is that these won't be
Give.
super dark brown like an egg roll. If you push these that far,
Gimme,
they'd be
gimme, gimme, gimme,
over
gimme,
fried
gimme,
and
gimme,
fully
gimme.
saturated with oil. And after about 10 minutes of cool down time, it's time to dunk one of these spring rolls
Oh,
into a bath of
shit.
sweet, spicy, tart, gingery chili sauce, and then listen to the crunch.
Oh, that
The outside
crunch.
is so flaky and
Hell
so
yeah.
brittle. The only thing that I can compare
Oh, look
it
at
to
that
is
steam.
something made with phyllo dough. The inside is also full of fun textures, from the satisfying tender
Oh my
rice noodles
gourd.
to the crunchy carrots and the smooth but chewy shrimp.
You
and
get the
pork.
last one I
Like
called
most
dibs on the
dumplings,
first one.
combination of all these textures
Wow.
and flavors make up a whole
Rude.
that doesn't taste like any one thing. It's just very delicious. I really hope you give at least one of these two variations on spring roll a try sometime soon. And if
Those
you
look
do,
great,
tag
though.
me on Insta.
I would love to try those.
Let's eat this thing. If you guys want to see some more videos for Asian inspired recipes, check out this video for
Next.
pad thai.
Oh, garlic cheese potato pancake. Let's go. Cooking Haru. The ASMR is real. The ASMR is very real. Oh. Have you ever accidentally got yourself with a peeler? Not a peeler, but a grater I have. I was grating some cheese, I believe, and it caught me on the knuckle. It wasn't bad. There was once where I took off a little bit of a fingernail, but it was fine. I've never had it like super bad. Wait, is that just potato? I feel like I missed something from reading chat. Oh, he mixed it with something. Oh, all right. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, it looks so good. Even raw, it looks good. Got caught with a peeler, then almost with the scary board with a blade in the middle. Ah, mandolin. I don't think I've ever used a mandolin. I've never really needed to. I tend to prefer the more traditional way and just like do it manually. Just like get a knife and cut it thin, you know. Yeah, it's tedious, but I don't know. They're good for making chips. I don't think I've ever... Wait, no. I have made chips before. I just like sliced potatoes nice and thin and then made them into chips. My first couple attempts, they were more like scalloped potatoes because they were a bit too thick. It's either that or I didn't have the oil high enough. I also didn't wash off any of the starch. I just like cut potato and fried, and that's about it.
All right, so this stuff right
Greatest
here
food
is
discovery
called
since
koji.
salt.
And most of you have probably never heard about it before, and I don't blame you because it's really just started to catch popularity in the Western culinary world. But I guarantee that you are consuming foods that are made with koji on a daily basis, because things like soy sauce are made with koji, or how about miso paste? So it's good to at least understand how it transforms our food, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing today. I'll be breaking down the science of koji and how it actually works, and then I'll show you how to make it at home completely from scratch. And then I'll be taking that koji and using it to make 2 different types of miso paste.
So koji is moldy rice.
We are diving deep into the magical world of koji. Now, whenever I start a bigger food project like this, I'm generally a bit overwhelmed because this isn't normal cooking. We're working in the world of microbiology, and that can be scary. For me, the best way to combat that is just to learn more about what's actually going on. So that's the first thing we're gonna cover.
Well,
and I'm gonna try
learn
to
more
do it
about
very
this.
simply. So the term koji is the Japanese term for rice that is inoculated with a specific mold, or basically has a mold grown all over it. And that specific mold is called Aspergillus orzai, or Aspergillus orzai, however you want to pronounce it. And it is magical. It basically takes these starchy foods like rice or beans, and it works like a key to unlock nutrition.
I mean, he probably does yoga, but not
flavor,
crypto.
and really transform these basic dried pantry goods into incredible products that we all love to consume, like a miso paste, a soy sauce, or even a sake. And one thing that makes koji very unique in the world of fermentation is that it's always a 2-step process, and I'll be covering both of those parts today. The first step is actually inoculating your rice with this mold. So we cook the rice and we grow the mold over it, which takes about 2 days. That right there is your actual koji, which I'll be showing you how to make in this video. But if you don't want to make it, you can buy it online, or you can go to a local specialty Asian market, or if you have a Japanese market around you, they might sell it. And koji on its own, just rice with mold on it, pretty much has no value by itself. I mean, you can eat this stuff, but you wouldn't want to eat a whole block of it. This is where the second step of the koji process comes in, where we mix it with a starchy food. So for making miso paste, we're going to take the koji, mix it up with some cooked soybeans, add some salt, and what that koji is going to do is, over a long period of time, it's going to take these starches and these proteins that are present in your soybean, and it's going to start breaking them down over time and converting them into amino acids, converting them into sugars, which were actually present in your soybean, but they just needed to be unlocked. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that we end up using the Japanese term koji the most in the culinary world because they're the ones that just went absolutely buck wild with it. But humans have been harnessing this mold for centuries. And when you look at Asia as a whole, a lot of cultures have their own version of koji. So just keep that in mind. Actually, my friend Jeremy, whose book is this right here, Koji Alchemy. Basically, Jeremy has dedicated his whole professional life to studying koji. And in this book, instead of saying miso paste or soy sauce, he uses more generic terms and he calls them amino pastes or amino sauces, which in my opinion is a great way to explain these umami-rich fields and just give them a more generic term. Now, Aspergillus orzai, like all of these microbes, are naturally occurring in your environment, which is why I'm sure at first someone just left out some rice.
Learning makes my head hurt.
They had koji mold, and then they got lucky and mixed it with some soybeans and had miso paste. So you can technically collect it naturally. I don't know how to do that, but I know it's possible. But an easier way to do it, go in the fridge, is to order the actual spores online. So we actually have the spores in here, and then they're just mixed with rice flour to make them easy to sprinkle over your rice. And I'll explain where to get these in just a second. So let's make some koji. And since we're making the most standard type of koji, which is rice koji, we need, of course, some rice. Now you can use both short grain and long grain rice for koji, but the mold actually prefers long grain rice because it has more amylose compared to
Okay.
amylopectin, which is found in short grain rice. Now for my recipe, I'm gonna use 4 pounds of long grain rice. And just remember that roughly every pound of dried rice is gonna give you about 1.3 pounds of finished koji. So the ratios just depend on how much koji you wanna make at home. Now we need to cook our rice to not only sterilize it to give the mold a nice clean base to grow off, but also the mold won't grow on dried rice. It needs to be cooked so it can attach itself to the grains. So the first thing I'm gonna do is soak all of my rice overnight. And I'm gonna be steaming this rice, which is by far the preferred way to make your koji, because by steaming, we're really gonna get a nice separated grain so the mold can completely cover every rice grain. Now, having said that, you can cook it in a rice cooker or in a pot. You just won't get perfect separation of those grains, which again is not as ideal as steaming, but it will still work. So now that my rice is fully hydrated, I'll drain off the rice. And one of the best ways to steam this amount of rice is to use a cheesecloth or a muslin cloth to really hold all of those grains together. So I'll pour out all of my soaked grains onto my cheesecloth, and I'll wrap that up at the top with a little knot to keep everything in a bundle. And I've got a little steaming basket that I'm gonna pop at the bottom of my pot to keep the rice elevated above the water, and I'm gonna steam it for 50 minutes total. And this is pretty cool right here because you can actually see the process of those rice grains slowly starting to gelatinize as they steam over time. Now, after 25 minutes, I like to take that bundle and just flip it over to the other side, because I do find that the bottom, which is closer to the heat, is gonna tend to overcook. So this will really help even out the steaming of your rice. And then I'll cut off the heat and I'll let that hang out for a bit, just until that bag is cool enough to handle.
Who would have guessed that he knew all about chat? You know,
so this
bottoms.
is what I'm talking about. All of these grains, because we steamed,
just a stupid
you can
joke.
see these grains are cooked through, but they're completely separate. Even this clump will just break right apart. Show you close up. See, completely cooked through, totally separated, so that mold can cover
I just want to eat
So when
that.
I eat them, it's not the type of rice that you necessarily want to just
Let me eat the
with
rice.
the meal. It's pretty al dente. It's got a nice chew, but it's gelatinized. It's cooked through, and that's
Nerd
all we
aura?
need for this koji.
I have a
So
nerd
right
aura?
now, we're at 160
Okay.
degrees. Now, that would basically kill the koji spores if we added them now. We want to get this down to around 80 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit, because that's the temperature we're going to be keeping the koji at. So I'll just wait till it cools and we'll add our spores.
So the rice is finally cooled down after about an hour to around 95 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're ready to add our spores, and I'm gonna transfer all of the rice into a large mixing bowl and just start breaking up any rice clumps so everything's nice and even. All right, let's talk koji spores. So these are from a company called Shared Cultures out of San Fran, and they are absolutely crushing the game with all things koji. And I like these spores specifically because, one, I trust them as a company for high quality products. Plus, they do pre-mix them with rice flour, which makes them easier to sprinkle over your rice. But I've ordered them online from other sources like Modernist Pantry. You can find them on Amazon. They're gonna work just fine. And just remember to follow the instructions on what your koji starter or your spore packet actually tells you, which in this case, one of these little bags is 5 grams total, and it's gonna make around 5 or 6 grams of koji rice, which is exactly what I weighed this out for. So I'm gonna sprinkle on one of these bags and just slowly mix everything together. Now in traditional koji making, you see these really cool wood pallets, which I've been meaning to have my dad make me a few of those, but I don't have those. So I'm just using some basic sheet pans, and I'll just distribute my rice in an even layer on all of the sheet pans. And now we can talk about actually growing or inoculating this mold on the rice, which is probably gonna take a little bit of ingenuity if you're making this at home, because koji is originally cultivated in a very humid and warm environment. And for me, I'm sitting right here in Long Island in the middle of winter, which is the exact opposite. We've got cold and dry. So we need to figure out how to mimic a humid and warm environment at home. And there's a few ways to do that. So first we're gonna tackle humidity because mold needs moisture to survive. And the way I'm gonna do that is take a few clean cloths, soak them in water, and just wring them out so they're just damp, and lay those over the trays. And then I'm gonna wrap them all in some plastic wrap. I'm using a compostable plastic wrap right here to keep that moisture in, but I will poke some holes in there because I don't wanna suffocate the koji. It's finding a nice balance where most of the moisture staying in, but you're still getting a little bit of airflow. All right, so we are in my fermentation dungeon, AKA my basement, to talk about the second variable. We've got humidity taken care of with the damp towel plus the plastic wrap, but we need to create a nice warm environment for koji because it is a tropical mold and it likes a range between 85 degrees Fahrenheit and 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The warmer it is, the more sweeter notes you'll get in your fermentation projects versus the lower end of that range, you're gonna get more of those umami notes. So I'm gonna be using my dehydrator right here, which you can really tune in to that temperature range. Another great option, I actually showed this like 4 years ago in my old Brooklyn apartment, is just inoculating the koji on a sheet tray with a heat mat under it. That's your super DIY version. Or you just live in a tropical environment, and then you're really good to go. So I'm gonna pop these trays in. I actually got this dehydrator specifically because it goes all the way down to 80 degrees, whereas my original dehydrator right there from Kosuri, I think the lowest it went was around 110 degrees. So just keep that in mind if you really get into koji making and you're gonna buy a dehydrator. I'll link this baby down below. Plus it's just an amazing dehydrator for dehydrating things. So I'm gonna set this for 90 degrees. I'm using this koji to make a few different types of miso, and I want those umami notes. And the total time it's gonna take to complete your koji is around 40 hours. So pretty much 2 days, depending on the temperature, give or take half a day. So I'm gonna set it for 16 hours. Boom. You always want to check in on it at least every day. So I'll just let that inoculate and we'll check back in soon.
All right, it's been 16, 17 hours, but let's see what we got under the hood. Oh yeah, so it might be a little difficult to see the white mold starting to cover the rice. I can smell it. It's a beautiful smell. It's like fresh flowers in here. And that mold is just starting to develop, which is a good sign. It's not fully covering, but it's building right now. So what I'm gonna do is bring all of these trays up to the kitchen. I'll unwrap the plastic, take off the towel, and every day you should be mixing up the rice, which is just, again, a good practice to make sure that mold is evenly spreading through your rice. And then I'll re-moisten those towels since they're pretty much dry at this point. Wrap them back up in the plastic and get those back in the dehydrator at the same temperature, around 90 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'll probably check back in another 16 hours.
I'm not a fan of effort.
16 hours later, I'll turn off that fan. Okay, you can see all of that water being captured, which is, oh yeah, I see some good signs here. Whoa, look
Holy
at
crap.
this. We have completely matted up. You see how quickly that mold builds.
my gourd.
The smell is intoxicating. I'm telling you, it smells like beautiful perfume or
Looks
flower.
like it turned
So
into
these are
cotton.
definitely done. We actually have some spores developing here,
What the
which is
heck?
the yellow stuff, which I'll talk about in a second. So I'll just bring these up and we'll investigate. All right, we've got koji. Let's do a little reveal here. Let's see what we got. You know what? Let's bring you in deep on this. Whoa! Check out that beautiful mat of koji right there. That's insane. So the yellowing right here is a sign that the spores are starting to develop, and you can actually capture those to make more koji. Now, if it starts turning green, like if this whole thing turns green, that's when your koji has gone too far, but just a little yellowing like this is no problem. And there you go. That is phase one, making koji at home. And if all of that seems a bit insane, I totally understand. I mean, you almost have to be like a crazy person to make your own koji. For me, like, this is the type of stuff I absolutely love. Just like Jeremy, who's dedicated his life to this stuff, I found a deep love for making koji and all of the projects that come along with it, which is phase two. So it took us about 2-3 days to make the koji. Now for phase two, we slow things down a lot. We're talking months to potentially years of aging these products like miso paste and soy sauce. And of course, there are so many things you can do with this koji.
I'm gonna be honest,
I would suggest
kinda getting bored.
reading a book like Koji Alchemy or any other books on koji out there. But today, I'm just gonna show you how to make a simple miso paste. Actually, two different versions.
I don't
So to
really
make a
care.
miso paste or any type of...
I'm like brain dying. Oh, spicy popcorn chicken, let's go. Oh. All right, 1 pound of chicken boobs. Cut into bite-sized pieces. All right, right. Teaspoon of salt. For all that. Okay. Some black pepper. Half a teaspoon ginger powder or minced ginger. Teaspoon of gochugaru. Half a tablespoon of minced garlic. 1 tablespoon of cooking wine or rice wine. Mix. Right. Take a rest in the fridge. 200 grams of all-purpose flour. 50 grams of cornstarch. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And that's just sifting. You don't have to sift if you don't wanna. 1.5 teaspoon salt, black pepper, teaspoon gochugaru, another that stuff. Y'all can read, probably. Tablespoon of oregano is optional. Okay. Divide it into 45, 55%, move 55% to other bowl. Okay. Eggy. Add to the 45%. Okay. 120 ml of water. Mix it. Alright, so this is a batter step. Slightly runny batter. Put chimkin into batter. Bury it into the powder. Take out and shake. Repeat twice, and the outside will be really crispy. Okay. I see. Medium heat with enough cooking oil. However much is enough. That's a small pieces. Oh, sizzle, sizzle. Can you see this crispy coating? I can. Done in 1 to 2 minutes. Take it out when it's light brown. Are you gonna double fry it so it gets extra crispy? Oh, look at all that. It looks so tasty. Yum, yum. Oh, this is for sauce, huh? Nice. A nice garlic sauce. Oh, heck yeah, let's go. Corn syrup, come on. SMH. SMH. That's a shame. I'm sure it's delicious, but like, bruh. Want to fry it once more, keep crispiness longer. Oh. And then you just sauce it. Oh, cheese and parsley. Alright, that's good. That is acceptable. Chicken popcorn with garlic flavor. Hell yeah. Let's go. F. Alright, that's enough food videos for now. I need a break. Oh my word. Specifically from the food videos, I need a break.
The ectoplasm was where?
Upstairs.
Upstairs.
Maybe she's into men, not women.
Yeah, maybe she's into.
Alright.
Yo.
What the fuck is that? Like, aha, yo, aha.
You wanna get to know me a little? Maybe manifest?
Oh shit! Did you see that? Did you see that? It threw something. It threw something at you.
Keep going, keep going.
Wanna talk to me? Or you just wanna...
She's getting really active like from that.
Is this demonologist?
She really likes you.
I think this is demonologist.
She's opening her drawers for you.
Mother, come, mother. Let's leave him alone.
Let's leave him alone. Let's not leave him alone. I think it's a good idea.
That's actually crazy. That's messed up. That's actually crazy. Wait, no! Okay.
Asterix locks the door from the outside so you can't come out.
Where are you?
You're stuck in there.
Here with me? Are you having a good time? How old are you though? Like, I kind of got to know.
Oh.
Oh.
Old age ghost, right? Please.
Man's trying to fuck a ghost. This is a new all-time low. Oh, no, he's trying to make ectoplasm stains. What?
I mean, the ectoplasm stains do look a bit sus.
No.
So. Oh, I think he's dead.
Oh, you think they're fucking?
Oh. Do you think the ectoplasm was made?
He's really quiet.
Oh god!
Oh my goodness.
Damn, and he still has energy to run down the stairs. Hey yo! Hey yo!
How was it? It was actually better than I expected.
Oh
My man finally did it.
I don't know though, like, nothing really happened.
Oh, okay. Well, we heard a bunch of stuff, bro. I don't know what do you mean nothing happened. What the fuck do you mean nothing happened? Damn, she's just another one of those girls. Fuck.
She didn't talk to me though, so I guess we can probably go out square box.
You know what? You don't talk sometimes, you know?
Oh my fucking god, what do you mean by that?
We don't have fucking anything.
But this bitch ain't doing shit. No, I lost my ghost virginity.
You're a man now. How does it feel?
Oh.
That's good, brother.
Yo.
His named Anthony though. That means you're gay.
Yee.
Is
You came out of the closet like this.
No, I'm happy. I'm thrilled.
I think Anthony might have.
I'm not having.
Oh yeah.
No, I think he enjoyed it probably. I don't know.
Oh.
Well. Alrighty then. Blah. Meow. 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 think I'll just do this. Bah.
No, what's that thing you talk about every time you hit 100K milestone? You know the thing I'm talking about. Your favorite
What is it exactly? What are we talking
Oh, hey, okay, Sonny, get ready to pull up that chair.
about?
Every 100K milestone, a new tag is revealed. And
So every time she hits 100K, she reveals the tags that she looks at. So I learned what tags are from you guys. So she actually reveals it every milestone. That's kind of cool.
it's a, but it's like certain types of tags, though. On the Pomu Hub, you look up certain tags and stuff.
Oh no! Okay.
Can we get a recap?
What are we talking about? Like Twitter hashtags or something?
Oh
like,
boy, oh god, I gotta be careful how I word this. I don't look at that stuff like at all. Okay, who am I kidding? But I don't type in tags. What I like to do, I like to rabbit hole. Because like I start off on something and it gives you recommended, and then maybe like 15 minutes down the line I'm like, where am I right now? And I feel like it's the journey that is the fun part, if that makes sense.
500K, are you gonna do anything special?
Very cool, but who asked?
Okay.
I like how Maria is like, get me out. She's like, I don't want to stand on top of Fanana anymore. Swap switches.
Wait, Finana, you're so
no.
vanilla.
Oh, wait.
What does that have to do with anything?
What does that have to do with that?
No, I was rewatching the clip. I'm sorry. There's actually a I told you I was gonna look for it.
Wow.
Hold on, did you call me vanilla?
Hey, if you like being vanilla and with there's more, do your thing.
Is that like an insult?
It's not. Yeah, it's not.
Yes, it is an insult. And first of all, what are your tags, Calvin?
It was automatically
Oh,
she
shit,
was
get
gonna
called
be
out.
insulted no matter what.
Why are you calling me vanilla?
I'll reveal every single one at 1 million, please.
Dude, you triggered Fanana so.
Yeah.
Her pride is in shreds.
Yeah, she has a reputation.
Who needs
Alvin.
pride?
Sorry. Okay. Yeah. You're great. I take it back.
Oh no, Finana's brand.
Vanilla's okay too, but like,
Yeah.
it just sounds like an insult to me.
Yep. Like I said.
It's like calling someone a normie.
What do you mean? I call myself a normie all the time.
Bruh.
Don't point at me. You know what? I am somewhat of a normie, but I think I've gotten off of the normie a little bit thanks to you guys of everything you've showed me. I would be a normie all lowercase and not capitalized.
If someone said you have very vanilla taste,
Dude, I'll be like, okay.
No, I'd be like,
Okay, sure. What the fuck? Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, exactly.
You.
No. I take it back. You're very. Oh my god.
Choose your words
Yeah, be
carefully.
careful. Yeah, be
Right,
careful.
You.
Bro, I was thinking that right as he goes, I was thinking of the Dream Kid, bro. That was really good. Right here.
You have based taste.
yeah. Which one? Which one makes me base?
Which one is it?
Yeah.
All of them.
I feel so bad from right now. Just the grave kept getting deeper and deeper, dude.
Nice.
God damn it.
This
Calm down, chat.
You guys.
Oh god. Is this unsolicited sexting?
What? Hello there.
What?
Just got back from a fishing trip. You should come down to the beach sometime. I've got something. From Willie, bro. Wait, Willie gives you his rod? That makes sense.
There are plenty of willies out in the sea, but my willy is by far superior.
I'm sorry, I don't know why this hit me, but this just looks like the dude from Papers, Please that was trying to sneak in every time. I thought that was Georgie for a second. I was like, what is he doing in Stardew Valley? I just want to talk. You just want to scream.
No, you don't.
F.
What just happened? I am ready for this alphabet with my good friend Shy Lily.
Oh.
B
Cute.
is for
Cute.
C
Very cute.
is for
Sam, my door's broken. Close. Stay closed.
D.
Like a lot of girls use the term right. You're like, oh, today I was just a hot mess. I think that perfectly describes Lily. Oh, I freaking love her, dude.
Is for
The double chassis.
Okay.
Double chassis.
E is for
Oh my
F is for G is for H is for
Thank you.
I is for
I can come.
J is for
Jump on me, jump on me, jump on me, jump on me, jump on me. No, jump on me.
K
I think I was there for that. I remember that. Look at all these beautiful VTubers, bro, and then there's
Holy
this.
crap.
K is for
Nayup, nayup, nayup.
That actually is creepy.
L is for M is for
Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Who knows? Who knows?
N is for
No!
O is for P is for
Don't say it. Okay, good.
Q is for R is for
Why was that funny?
Ready? Go.
S is for
Subby wubby.
T is for
Of course, Lily's original like main model and everything, but dude, I think the pink one is so sick.
W is for
Not gonna be womp womp.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, I was. Wait, no?
W is for
Womp womp. Womp womp.
Thank you.
Womp womp. Womp womp.
Got a little scared because it could have been God knows what else, but I was expecting Womp Womp.
Y is for
You are here. You.
It always comes back to feet, doesn't it?
Z is for
Zen. I'm Zen.
Well,
That
all
was
right.
really good. Jack pushed Rose off the Titanic. All right. I'm excited.
I think it's worse. Near, far, wherever you
Nice.
are.
I believe.
And I know that my heart will go on. Oh my god.
Nice.
And I just kept looking at this person in the back like this, and I just kept thinking of when the ship was sinking, that reminded me of the 3 violin guys playing. I don't know why. That's what I kept imagining. She unleashes her ultimate form, Furball mode.
このキャラクター
Okay.
知っていますでしょうかこれこれ
Okay.
毛玉そう砂漠先生の生み出してくれたキャラクターの犬の姿の毛玉コロネなんだけど
That's cute.
これ知ってる毛玉なんですねこれに
Oh wait,
こ
she
うに
could
変身す
transform
る
into
ことが
it?
できます今
Wait, really?
Oh my goodness.
That's so cute.
毛玉
What the heck?
Her laugh, her laugh is so contagious.
かわいい
It does look
コロ
cute.
ネ
なんとね毛玉姿にもなることができるようになりま
This
し
is
た
funny.
うが
うが
ーこれ
ー。
ね毛 毛玉コーネです。
adAURAble,
い
it's
つ
me.
もの顔もできる。ちょっと待ってね。いつもの顔もできるんだけど。ちょっと待ってね。
Oh my god, I swear to you right now, it's not gonna do it, but I swear, if she could click a button and it would go back to her face covering, I would have lost it.
下出しバージョンもできる。
Oh!
先生が作り上げてくれたキャラクターですね。こうにすごいお気に入りで、お気に入りなんですね。あとね、これね、ちょっとどうでもよくないんだけどさ、一個ね、今日のためにね、こうね、帽子
にゃー
帽子作りました。で、
I'm sorry, wait, just
食べてる。これ食べたら絶対いけるんだって。本当に。本当に。
Like, that's so cute.
チョコ
This will give me the power to beat the stage, and then just the cute ASMR, dude. It's just, oh my god. You're so.
初見ですよ。お前キモいなって言われた。
What?
ねえ、
Wow.
なんでそういうこと書くの？もう。
Yo!
プンスコプンだよ。プンスコプン。初見です。キモいねだってみんな。バカじゃねえのこいつ。
You tell him. Oh
今
my.
のお前の切り抜きから来ました。ごめんね。読み間違えちゃった。
Oh, she misread it! Saved, boys. Oh, so this is the You're So Gross clip? Good. I didn't see this.
キモいなお前。言ってくれるけどさね。こうね、全然喋ってないしさ、なんか鼻歌しか歌ってないしさね。違う。みんなにキモいって言ったわけじゃないじゃん。サイクロプス君に言ったんじゃん。
Alright, she said that's cute. Just randomly. You're so gross, guys. Thanks for watching. You too. Appreciate it.
Can you go back the video where the girl spits in our mouth?
Okay, come
I'm
on.
thirsty.
Thanks. If you like it, subscribe. What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another Laugh and React. I'm here with the Twitch chat. They have selected VTuber videos that they have used with their channel points here. We're going to watch and have a good time. So join us. Let's have some fun and let's get into it. This video is from Lilac. And if you want to check out the Shorts channel, it's edited by Lilac. It'll be in the description. All right. Chat loses it over Finana's male voice.
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
Oh.
Did I clean the drool? No, I kind of just let
Oh.
it dry itself. What else could I have
hello?
done with it? Technically, I could have sold it. By the way, I go by the name Finn. One drool, please.
That's really good. That's really good.
Finana has a better male voice than Nags.
My male voice is good. I am a male, so I have a All right.
So why impress girls?
I don't know.
What do guys normally say, by the way? I don't know how to beat the gay men. Talk like Luca. Pog. I'll try this line. That's my boy. Otherwise, I can do, that's my girl.
What did I just say? Okay, I'm gay.
How do I become a Chad? Teach me your guys' ways. I'm gonna lie, it's actually pretty hard. You didn't hear that, right? How can I make a sexy guy kiss? I've never done it like that before. One thing I really wanted to practice is growling. I actually really like when guys growl, like an animal that's out of control.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not.
Oh my goodness.
You know what? Spice up this episode. Someone growl. Come on Discord right now. There's so many people in here. All right, everybody's flooding in here. Someone growl. There's a million of you in here.
Peepees.
This was a mistake. I'm sorry for wasting your guys' time.
5'11". Why, you don't believe me? You don't believe that I'm 5'11" with an 8-inch hand?
I feel that. I'm 5'11 and a half.
Hey girl, you trying to chill? Bro, I told you to stop making me blush. Bro, stop. You're gonna get me bricked up. Lit, so dead. Pretty hard. Wait, you know what else is hard? My nips. Oh yeah, by the way, nipple check, everyone. Actually.
What?
Soft. Always
What?
soft. I see.
What?
Sure, it's always soft. I mean, I could get them hard. You just have to lift up your shirt and have the wind blow against it. Oh my Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. That scared the shit out of me. Holy fuck. I almost nuded. Time for Finn to be Chad's bottom, bro. Do you think Finn Ryugu would be a bottom or a top? Technically, I could do both.
I like that.
If you asked, I would be open to try it. Even if I didn't know how to do it properly, I would still try. I'm pretty adventurous.
I wonder what music Finn would have in the background during the deed.
How's
Oh
it going?
man.
It's my first time meeting you, Aya. By the way, I really like those glasses of yours. I'm a married woman, thank you. Are you married to Scarla? I mean, let's start a poly. So who's packing tonight? Who's packing down there? Cause I am. Yeah, I'm packing lunch. I always kiss the homies goodnight. Exchanging saliva with the bros every night.
Why do you say it like
though,
that?
You guys wanna? Do I feel
Why do
comfy
you
talking
say-
this way? Okay, to be honest, not really. I definitely feel the strain right now. Don't worry. It's actually
She
pretty
did a
nice
really good
to
job.
Try this out for one stream.
Really
and
good
it was
job.
really fun.
Hello everyone! Felicia's here. Thank you for joining today's stream.
That was really good. Finn's cool, bro. I like him. Pet like shark tail animation.
Smell like fishy.
Fishy.
Ocean. Not slimy.
Slimy.
No. Oh, they have rough skin, right? Yes, like
Ah.
sandpaper.
Feels good.
Are you slimy?
No, no, I'm not a shark.
Oh.
Sharks. I wanna pet sharks. That'd be cute.
I'm right here.
No, not you.
Why? Why?
No, not you.
She's gonna say, "Cause you're slimy, dude."
I want to pet lemon sharks. They seem really cute.
I can be that for you.
Okay, please don't -1 me and just answer, please. What is a lemon shark? A shark made of lemon? Why am the co-host? It's a shark, Nags. Use both of your brain cells. What kind of shark? A small shark. Thank you. Was that really that difficult? And now, you know what? I'm gonna look it up. And if it's a small shark, that's all you had to say. Lemon shark. This doesn't look small. The lemon shark is a relatively friend. All right, so you could have said a friendly shark. He's eating a boat, but he's a friendly shark. Look at who it is. How did he get a girlfriend? Oh my god. All right, we obviously know that this is going to be hands down the best advice we've ever heard.
You single? You want girlfriend? I got you.
Oh,
Good
boy.
advice from homie to homie.
All right.
In order to be good chick magnet, women love funny guys.
True.
When can I become funny guy, Mi-chan? When the girl is sad. Example, girl say, my grandma died. What do you do in that situation?
Don't
Oh,
make
no.
a joke.
Joke time! Oh, girl love when a guy look like he like you and then he don't like you anymore. So example, if she's situation of cliff and she needs your help to get up,
What?
help her, okay? You don't.
If you let her fall, then you don't
Bruh.
have a girlfriend or a possibility of have one anymore. No, guys, don't gig at Chad.
Next.
That's not.
Nags, no offense, but I am going to take Tenma's advice over yours.
You don't. You will become good macho if you don't help. After you see her in hospital, you come back with flowers and she say, you care about me. She needs broken bones because you are only king in this territory.
Wow.
Don't do that.
What the fuck?
Let her
don't
fall
wanna
for
be-
you? No,
You
that's amateur hour. Let her fall is how you get the girl.
I didn't ask for this.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
That is not a
Wiggle,
misspell.
wiggle.
No! Ah! No! 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 How dare you slap my ass in great? No!
You were wiggling it, and you have your whole chat is able to hold newspapers. What do you think is going to happen? You think they're gonna read it?
He's got a
Why
point.
you gonna slap ass like this? I didn't ask for this. I just told to wiggle my tail.
Nags, can
Wait,
you
why
give
would-
us a newspaper? I have a new idea for a reward.
Absolutely not. Lyra joins VC and says the most cursed thing ever.
Hi.
Yo, Lyra. Alvin was just talking about spreading his ass cheeks.
What?
Mine?
Not yours, then whose?
Oh yeah,
Raccoons can fit in really small spaces, and it's like 2.5 raccoons can fit in your ass.
What the fuck?
Yo, what is going on with Nina Sanji? They've been like this. Now they're on a different level, and it's super entertaining.
Wait, 2.5 raccoons? What happens to the other half?
Oh my god, I didn't even think of... Oh my god, it's true. You type in how many raccoons and it can fit in your bum.
Next.
What the
For this
fuck?
Nags discovers. Nags looks up facts about raccoons.
She is not gonna play support anymore.
The grind rank? I mean, I'm.
Oh shit, yeah, I'm down. Let's go.
Oh no, it's
So
Apex.
does that mean you're gonna win every game then, Alvin?
Yeah, and if I don't, I blame it on my teammate.
Wait,
no
no, what game is this? Oh no, it's Apex. Is it Apex? I'm not an FPS player, and the only clips I see of Apex is VTubers, and they're usually running around in the game, not at the lobby. So the fact you're minusing me is not fair.
All's fair in love and Apex.
Oh.
I didn't know you could have support in Apex. Like, aren't you all just going out there? What do you mean you need a support? I know Overwatch is FPS, but I've played that. I became a 3-time champ, and then I uninstalled.
Imagine putting Apex over your bro. Not a true bro.
I mean,
not a true bro.
Your bros would carry you to bread, honestly, if they were real bros.
Also true.
Wait, but if you're a bro, shouldn't you be the carry? Shouldn't you be?
Yeah.
Right,
no,
Shu?
dude, I'm like the princess bro.
What are the categories in bros? Like, what kind of different I need to know. What kind of different
princess
types?
bros and carry bros.
The true bro.
The true.
Hey, look, let me put it in League of Legends. It's every role, and then you have support.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. That's like
Even
that,
League,
like,
and I know
don't
that.
play League, but that like hits a spot.
Very well said. Yes. Same.
Wait, sure. Are you the support
No.
I'm sorry, shit.
No, I play support because I enjoy playing.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
I enjoy playing support.
They all say. I enjoy when my team carries me. No, I'm kidding. I love you.
Oh man.
Don't worry.
Aww.
It's all bands. It's all good bands. I promise.
Cries and shoe pouring.
Is that why it's you, boy?
I'm never picking the stage again.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's funny. Russ Gamble clad. Oh! So we got an animation of this, huh? I believe you guys told me about this, right? With Miko just sitting there gambling. Now we get the animation of it. That's so cute.
勝ったら1万2000勝ちドキド
Ah, you still got 9,000. Don't tell me she's gonna go all in. Oh no. Oh.
This is why you shouldn't gamble, folks. This is why you shouldn't gamble.
God, that's funny, bro. That's a cute animation. Holy crap. Mommy milkers?
Oh
I
no.
heard you're into mommy milkers. Well, you're in luck today. Let me ask you a question. Oat milk or regular milk?
What?
You pick. Me,
Oh.
I'm not an option.
Whole milk. Whole
Oh,
milk.
I said whole
I
milk.
lost.
Okay.
I lost.
That's it. Okay, go, man. All right, okay, bye. What is going on YouTube?
Oh, that was a very quick outro. Well, all right. You know what? I think I'm done for today. I think I'm done for now. Meow. Yeah, that's about it. We're gonna end stream here. Ba-da-ba-ba. While I could do a raid, I'm not really feeling it. So, I'll just, sign off here. Thank you all so very much for watching. You're all super heckin' awesome. I love you guys. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye, 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 bye. Bye.